Every night, I find myself scrolling through my phone, lost in a sea of notifications and endless feeds. It's almost like a ritual now, my eyes glued to the screen, the blue light washing over me, while the world outside my window fades into the background. But what am I really gaining from this constant connectivity? Studies show that our brains are wired to seek out social interaction, and in many ways, technology has made that easier. We can connect with friends across the globe, share our lives in real time, and stay updated on every little thing. Yet, as I scroll through these curated snapshots of life, I can't help but wonder, am I truly connecting, or am I just filling a void? The irony is striking. While we're more connected than ever, many of us feel increasingly isolated. The dopamine hits from likes and comments can be exhilarating, but they're fleeting. When the screen goes dark, what's left? A sense of emptiness? A nagging anxiety that we're missing out on something more meaningful? Research indicates that constant connectivity can lead to increased stress and anxiety. The pressure to respond immediately, to be always available, creates a cycle of stress that's hard to break. It's like we're on a hamster wheel, running faster and faster, but never getting anywhere. And what about our sleep? The late-night scrolling, the notifications pinging in the dark, these habits disrupt our rest and leave us feeling drained. Sleep is essential for our mental health, yet many of us sacrifice it for just one more scroll, one more update. So, I ask myself, is this connection truly enriching my life? Or is it disconnecting me from the peace and joy that comes from being present? Perhaps it's time to reclaim those moments, put the phone down, step outside, and reconnect with the world around me. In a world that's always on, finding balance is crucial. It's about choosing when to engage and when to unplug. After all, the most meaningful connections often happen face-to-face, in the laughter shared over coffee, or the quiet moments spent in nature. Maybe, just maybe, true connection isn't about being online 24/7. It's about being present in the moments that matter. Every day, I find myself reaching for my phone, 96 times, to be exact. It's like a reflex. In bed, at dinner, even at red lights, I'm scrolling, texting, and working. This constant connectivity has woven itself into every part of my life. My phone is my office, my social life, my entertainment. But with all this digital noise, when do I actually get to rest? My mind races, and I realize that being always on comes at a cost. It's exhausting. I crave those moments of silence, but they feel harder to find in this hyper-connected world. Every time my phone pings, I feel a rush. It's like a little jolt of excitement, a dopamine hit that keeps me coming back for more. But what I've realized is that this constant barrage of notifications is more than just a harmless distraction. It's an addiction. Each ping pulls me in deeper, making it harder to focus on anything else. I find myself checking my phone even when I know there's nothing new. It's a cycle that feeds on itself. Then there's the fear of missing out, or FOMO. It's a term we've all heard, but it's more than just a buzzword. When I'm offline, I can't shake the anxiety that I'm missing something important, an event, a conversation, or even just a meme that everyone else is laughing about. It's like being on the outside looking in, and that feeling can be overwhelming. I start to question my choices, my social life, and even my worth. And let's talk about the pressure to reply instantly. We live in an always available culture where silence can feel like a crime. If I don't respond right away, I worry that I'm letting someone down or that they'll think I'm uninterested. It's exhausting. I find myself juggling multiple conversations, trying to keep everyone happy, and in the process, I lose track of my own thoughts. Social media doesn't help either. Scrolling through perfectly curated feeds, I can't help but compare myself to others. It's a slippery slope. I see friends traveling, achieving milestones, or just living their best lives, and I start to feel like I'm not enough. It's a toxic cycle that feeds my anxiety. I start to question my own accomplishments and whether I'm doing enough with my life. Every ping feels urgent, but in reality, it's our nervous system under attack. We're wired to respond to these stimuli, but it's taking a toll on our mental health. The constant connectivity is supposed to bring us closer, but it often leaves us feeling isolated and anxious. We need to take a step back and recognize how this technology impacts us. It's time to reclaim our time and our peace of mind. We deserve to be present in our lives, not just scrolling through them. Scrolling through Instagram, it's hard not to feel a twinge of envy. You see those perfectly curated vacation photos, the sun setting over a pristine beach, friends laughing over brunch, and it all looks so effortless. But what you don't see is the loneliness behind that perfect shot. Studies show that heavy social media use is linked to higher rates of loneliness and depression. It's like we're all trapped in this cycle of comparison, where our self-worth is measured by likes and comments. Take a moment to think about it. When you post a picture, how often do you find yourself refreshing the page, waiting for those little hearts to pop up? Each notification feels like a tiny validation, but it's fleeting. The moment you put your phone down, that high fades away, and you're left with the reality of your own life, which might not look as glamorous as what you just posted. Then there's TikTok and YouTube. The endless scroll can be mesmerizing, but it's also a time drain. You sit down to watch just one video, and suddenly it's 2 a.m. You've lost hours of sleep, all for a few seconds of entertainment. It's easy to get sucked in, but what are we sacrificing? Our mental health? Our real-life connections? The truth is, while we're busy curating our online personas, we might be neglecting our true selves. The pressure to maintain that perfect image can lead to self-doubt. You start to wonder if you're enough, if your life is exciting enough, if you're attractive enough, if you're living up to the standards set by influencers and celebrities. And let's not forget the impact of online validation culture. It's like a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can feel great to receive compliments and support from friends. On the other, it can become toxic when your self-esteem hinges on the number of likes you get. It's a slippery slope, and before you know it, you're measuring your worth in digital interactions rather than real-life experiences. Imagine a split screen. On one side, someone posting that stunning vacation photo, smiling in front of a beautiful backdrop. On the other side, that same person sitting alone in their room, feeling isolated and disconnected. It's a stark contrast, but it's a reality for many. We need to start recognizing the difference between our online lives and our real lives. Social media can be a tool for connection, but it can also be a breeding ground for insecurity and loneliness. It's time to take a step back, reflect on how we use these platforms, and prioritize our mental health over the pursuit of likes. Let's focus on building genuine connections and embracing our true selves, imperfections, and all. I've been thinking a lot about work pressure and connectivity lately. You know, that feeling when your phone buzzes with an email after hours? It's like a little alarm clock that goes off in your brain, reminding you that the workday never really ends. It's hard to mentally log off when your office is just a few steps away in your living room. I used to love the idea of remote work. No commute, more flexibility. But now, I find myself glued to my screen, feeling the weight of those unread emails. There's this unspoken rule that if you don't reply instantly, you might be seen as lazy or uncommitted. It's a pressure cooker environment, and it's exhausting. Chronic stress is no joke. It creeps in, affecting not just our work, but our lives. I've noticed it in myself, sleepless nights, racing thoughts, and that nagging feeling that I should be doing more. It's like I'm always on call, even when I'm supposed to be off the clock. And I'm not alone. Over 50% of American workers report that being always online increases their stress levels. That's a staggering number. We've blurred the lines between work and home so much that it's hard to find balance. I remember when I could leave work at the office. Now, I'm constantly checking my phone, worried about missing something important. But what's important? Is it really worth sacrificing my mental health for a quick response? Burnout is real, and it's creeping up on us. It's not just about being tired. It's about feeling completely drained, like you're running on empty. I've had days where I just can't focus, and it's frustrating. I want to be productive, but the pressure is overwhelming. We need to start setting boundaries. It's okay to unplug. It's okay to take a step back and breathe. I've started to carve out time for myself, to disconnect from the digital world and reconnect with what really matters. It's a work in progress, but I'm learning that my well-being is just as important as my job. So let's talk about it. Let's acknowledge that while connectivity can be a blessing, it can also be a curse. We need to advocate for ourselves and each other. It's time to redefine what it means to be productive and to prioritize our mental health. After all, we're not just employees, we're human beings. And we deserve to log off, mentally and physically, when the workday ends. Every time my phone dings, it triggers a micro-stress reaction. That little spike in cortisol adds up, turning my day into a series of interruptions. I think I'm multitasking, but really, I'm just exhausting my brain. Each notification pulls me away from my focus, leaving me feeling fragmented and overwhelmed. It's like running a marathon without ever moving forward. I end up emotionally drained, even on days when I haven't done much at all. It's time to rethink how we engage with our devices and reclaim our mental clarity. I want to talk about something that's become increasingly important in our hyper-connected world: digital detox. We're all guilty of mindlessly scrolling through our phones, losing track of time, and feeling overwhelmed by constant notifications. So, let's explore some practical strategies to help us reclaim our time and mental space. First off, let's tackle those non-essential notifications. You know the ones I mean, the alerts from apps that you barely use or the constant pings from social media. Take a moment to go through your settings and turn off anything that isn't crucial. You'll be amazed at how much calmer you feel when your phone isn't buzzing every few minutes. It's like giving your brain a little vacation. Next, consider setting no phone hours. This could be before bed, during meals, or any time you want to be fully present. Imagine enjoying dinner without the distraction of checking your phone every few minutes. It's a game changer. You can actually engage in conversation, savor your food, and connect with those around you. Plus, putting your phone away before bed can improve your sleep quality. Your mind deserves that break. Speaking of breaks, let's talk about focus or do not disturb modes. These features are lifesavers. When you need to concentrate, whether it's for work, studying, or just some quiet time, activate these modes. They silence notifications and help you stay in the zone. You'll find that you can accomplish so much more when you're not constantly interrupted. Burnout is real, and it's creeping up on us. It's not just about being tired. It's about feeling completely drained, like you're running on empty. I've had days where I just can't focus, and it's frustrating. I want to be productive, but the pressure is overwhelming. We need to start setting boundaries. It's okay to unplug. It's okay to take a step back and breathe. I've started to carve out time for myself, to disconnect from the digital world and reconnect with what really matters. It's a work in progress, but I'm learning that my well-being is just as important as my job. So let's talk about it. Let's acknowledge that while connectivity can be a blessing, it can also be a curse. We need to advocate for ourselves and each other. It's time to redefine what it means to be productive and to prioritize our mental health. After all, we're not just employees, we're human beings. And we deserve to log off, mentally and physically, when the workday ends. I've realized that redefining connection is crucial in our tech-driven lives. It's not about how many likes we get, but the quality of our interactions. I started tracking my screen time with apps, and wow, the results were eye-opening. I found that prioritizing real-life conversations brings so much more joy. Now, before I check my phone, I ask myself, do I really need to check this now? It's a simple question, but it helps me stay present. Companies can do their part too, by respecting our digital boundaries and promoting a healthy work-life balance. Let's focus on meaningful connections, not just notifications. Technology isn't the enemy, it's how we use it. Constant connectivity can steal our peace if we let it. By setting boundaries and choosing to be present, we can reclaim our happiness. Think about it. When was the last time you truly enjoyed a moment without distractions? Whether it's walking outside, laughing with family, or journaling your thoughts, these real connections matter. Remember, sometimes the best way to connect is to disconnect. Prioritize your mental health and take control of your digital life.